So the dream Harry once held on to, the fantasy of his kids, Archie and little Lilibet, reconnecting with their royal roots, has crumbled right in front of his eyes. And let's be honest, this isn't the tabloids spinning their usual stories. No, this time it's King Charles himself, with parliamentary approval backing him, slamming the final nail into the coffin. Can you imagine? A father, yes, but also a king, making a move so brutal it threatens to exile his own son and grandchildren forever. The whispers from Westminster aren't whispers anymore. They're thunderclaps. Charles has signed off on something that feels like a point of no return. The stripping of every last title connected to Harry and Meghan. The monarchy is cutting them loose, and that means Archie and Lilibet too. What was once speculation? Could there be reconciliation? Could the bridge ever be rebuilt? Has now turned into a deafening, chilling no. Britain's gates are closing, and Harry? He doesn't even have a key to try and get back in. And the scariest part? The finality. This isn't just another row in the press or a royal snub at a balcony appearance. This is the monarchy moving in with full force, rewriting the rules so that the Sussexes are no longer legally tied to the crown. It's not symbolic anymore. It's real. Behind the polished walls of Buckingham Palace, Charles met with high-ranking MPs and lords, and they didn't just gossip about Harry and Meghan's antics. No, they approved measures, formal, written, legal measures, to strip the Sussexes of every shred of status. No more honorary titles, no special diplomatic gestures, nothing left to cushion Harry's fall from grace. For Harry, this isn't just personal humiliation. This is devastating, because in legal terms, his children, Archie and Lilibet, may never again be formally recognized as part of the royal lineage. And if you know Harry, you know that's his worst nightmare. Let's not pretend this came out of thin air. This has been brewing for years, from the Netflix deals to the podcasts, from the public tantrums to the constant leaks. The royals have had to watch Harry and Meghan monetize their identities like merchandise. And still, people thought maybe, just maybe, there was a chance to mend things. That one day Harry could walk through the palace gates and embrace his family again. But now, that bridge hasn't just burned, it's been bulldozed, demolished, and the ashes swept away. King Charles finally reached his breaking point. After months of holding back, of silent frustration behind palace doors, he acted. And not just with words, but with constitutional action. The monarchy, an institution older than anyone alive, has declared enough is enough. Last week, there was a confidential summit. Buckingham Palace advisors sitting down with Parliament. The result? The drafting and endorsement of something chillingly blunt, the Title Revocation Act. And what is it? Exactly what it sounds like. A surgical removal of Harry and Meghan's remaining traces of privilege. It's brutal, it's final, and it's happening at lightning speed. Let's rewind for a moment. Even during the explosive Megxit drama, the late Queen Elizabeth II had insisted on keeping at least a sliver of connection with Harry and Meghan. She held on to the hope that family unity could somehow win out. But those days are gone. Charles doesn't have his mother's patience. His patience is finished. Parliament has made sure there's no gray area left. With royal consent secured, the act is racing through the system. And make no mistake, this isn't just about punishing Harry and Meghan for bad behavior. This is about protecting the monarchy itself. The institution has been bleeding credibility, dragged into the mud of Hollywood interviews and Netflix docuseries. Charles isn't letting that happen anymore. This is about preservation, about survival. But here's the real kicker. The legal team inside the palace is already working. Quietly, behind the scenes, they're updating royal protocols, official websites, even foreign diplomatic records. Once this Revocation Act passes, Harry and Meghan will be erased from formal recognition. No royal styling, no special mentions. Gone. For anyone still dreaming of a Harry comeback, the message is now crystal clear. The monarchy has turned the page. Harry's chapter is closed. And yet, this isn't just about headlines or semantics. This is about the monarchy declaring something far more powerful. If you reject the responsibilities that come with royalty, you don't get to keep the privileges. It's that simple. Harry's already lost his military roles, his official duties, his working royal status. But this is the final cut. Leaked documents from Parliament tell the story with brutal clarity. The Title Revocation Act isn't just about Harry losing his HRH styling, it's about erasing everything. Every honorific, every ceremonial right, every single privilege tied to Harry and Meghan. Their Sussex titles, gone. Their children's exemptions in official archives, scrapped. Nothing will remain. Think about that for a second. Harry is being stripped of the very identity that defined him from the moment he was born. For Meghan, it's a different kind of disaster. She never fully embraced her duties as a duchess, true, but she leaned on that royal branding hard to make her way into Hollywood, fashion, and global philanthropy circles. Without the royal aura, what's left? Just Meghan Markle, former actress, hustling to hold on to a fading spotlight. And their children? Oh, this is the part that makes it cut the deepest. Archie and Lilibet, the little ones Harry always said he was protecting, the kids he moved across an ocean for, are now facing permanent exile from their heritage. No royal titles, no ceremonial recognition, nothing. Insiders say a companion resolution is already in the works to make sure Archie and Lilibet are formally excluded from succession, royal appearances, even symbolic heirlooms. No balcony smiles at Trooping the Color, no little sashes at state events, no chance to stand on that famous balcony waving to the crowds. Their names will sit on their birth certificates, sure, but the monarchy will treat them as outsiders, non-royals, forgotten before they ever had a chance to be remembered. And you can almost hear Harry's heart breaking. This is his deepest fear coming to life. He once told the world he left the UK for his family's safety. Now, the cruel irony, that decision might have cost his children the very royal identity that gave them protection and belonging. Instead of growing up with diplomatic privileges, travel protections, and recognition, Archie and Lilibet will grow up as private citizens of California, no different from any other American kids. And let's be honest, Harry miscalculated terribly. It's not just tragic, it's historic in scale. For Meghan, the fallout may be even harsher. Reports suggest she's already scrambling, filing new trademarks for her lifestyle ventures, trying desperately to detach from anything royal before the backlash crashes down on her. But here's the twist. Many of her earlier filings, dripping with Sussex branding, even HRH references, could now face rejection in markets influenced by UK law. That's the ultimate irony. Meghan tried to build an empire off royal branding, and now that very branding could collapse her empire. But wait, it gets worse. Top legal experts have chimed in, and their verdict is brutal. The monarchy has absolute authority over titles. Parliament's approval adds symbolic democratic weight, but the decision itself, it's a legal certainty. Once these titles are stripped, they are gone forever, irreversible. Forget lawsuits, forget human rights appeals. No court in the world can force the crown to reinstate hereditary titles. And if Harry and Meghan dare to challenge this in court? Oh, experts warn that would be catastrophic. Imagine British lawyers demanding their private financial records, Netflix contracts, personal correspondence with palace officials. Discovery would tear their brand apart, piece by embarrassing piece. That's a door they absolutely don't want to open. And here's the coldest twist of all. The Revocation Act has been written with clauses that prevent reversal even under future monarchs. So, even if Prince William becomes king one day, the Sussexes won't automatically get a second chance. Unless Parliament and the Crown both agree to overturn the act, something insiders say is virtually impossible, the decision is final. This isn't a fight they can outwait. For Harry and Meghan, the path is legally dead. No loopholes, no appeals, nothing, just acceptance. And judging by reports from Montecito, acceptance isn't coming anytime soon. Meghan's fury is palpable, Harry's panic is obvious, and the children's exile, well, that's not just headline fodder anymore. It's the law. The collapse is personal, emotional, and irreversible. The British government has moved beyond polite silence. Parliament has given the green light. Charles has turned his private frustration into official action, and the Sussexes are now cornered. Not by scandal this time, but by cold, hard legislation. It's not just a royal slap in the face, it's a generational exile, and Harry knows it. Deep down, this is the nightmare he never thought would come true. He never